Libra, hello. How are you guys doing? This is your February 2023 main monthly reading. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check the description of this video. Please read it carefully. Please don't fall victim to the scammers who pretend to be YouTube tarot card readers. Read the description of the video very, very carefully. You got to visit my website. All right. I'm going to jump right into this, and I want to start this off with a quick past, present, future. Just a quick general outline of past, present, future for Libra. Let me get a good general outline, universe of past, present, future for Libra. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. That's a beautiful energy for you there. If anything, it tells me that regardless of how difficult it's been, actually, I would say arguably, especially those of you who have gone through something very, very difficult. Now, you ain't playing games, is you? Hey, man, sometimes we got to learn some of the most important lessons the hardest way possible, you know? Queen of Pentacles, not fucking around. Man, look, would you try to fucking play games with the Queen of Pentacles? I wouldn't. I wouldn't fuck with her. Look at that pentacle. She would bust you upside the head with that pentacle. She'd split your head open with that sumbitch. Shit. I ain't fucking with her. Let's see here. Could be an earth sign that some of y'all dealt with. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Queen of Cups is reversed overall. Okay. Ooh, right straight into it. In the past, you connected with a karmic soulmate. Okay. Now, for the new faces, let's talk about that real quick before we move on. That is one of the many, many, many buzzwords that gets thrown around the spiritual community so loosely and ambiguously. When I say you dealt with a karmic soulmate, what I mean is unresolved, unfinished business from some previous lifetime. That's all I mean. The two of you had some kind of connection in some previous lifetime that didn't quite work out exactly the way you wanted. So you tried it again in this lifetime. That's all I mean when I say that. It looks to me like you all completed your karmic contract too. That's what it looks like. I think the person you dealt with was probably somebody that had very low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem. For some of you, this person was very controlling, possibly. This energy can manifest itself in many different ways. Could be an Aries for some of you. But yeah, I'm feeling like you dealt with somebody who was very, very insecure, you know, and that insecurity, the way that manifests itself can be at one or the other extreme end of that spectrum. They can either, you know, have their tail between their legs, boo-hoo, head hanging down, you know, or on the other end of that spectrum, they can be really controlling and really, you know, cocky and mean, you know, so however that manifests there. Ooh, in the present moment, looks like you're still kind of losing sleep over this here. I'm kind of feeling like you're connecting with somebody new in the present moment as well. I'm feeling like somebody's coming in that wants commitment. Boy, you scared. You nervous. You completed a karmic cycle. Now some of you might have PTSD possibly from a toxic relationship in the past. Okay, so creeping up into the future, it honestly looks like this connection is going to build into something, I mean, with potential, but like you're going to start getting over that nervousness as you see that I think this person is actually a lot more level than the last person you dealt with. Okay, because you have the King of Cups and the King of Swords. This indicates to me that you have a very well balanced person coming into your life. Okay, very well balanced. A very well balanced person has a balance between their logical mind and their emotional mind. It kind of seems like we're always unbalanced when it comes to that, doesn't it? And it almost seems like two teams fighting against each other. It's like you have team logic and team emotion, and they're both pointing fingers at each other. But I would say that no, your logical mind and emotional mind need to be balanced. And I think looks to me like this person is very balanced, but you're still drained though. I think it's taken you quite a bit of time to actually heal from, release, and transmute this energy from this karmic cycle you dealt with. Okay, some of you could be dealing, let's see, who do I got here? I got Taurus, Aries, and Leo. Okay. Well, we're going to jump into the past person. Past person. If you are not inquiring about a past person, sit tight. I'll get to you in a minute. How does the past person feel about Libra, universe? How is the past person feeling about Libra? Tower card in the upright. Okay. So it doesn't look like they're taking any action to try to reconcile things. Looks like they're letting the tower burn to the ground for the most part. Hang on, it's not ready yet, y'all. Hold up. I know, it bothers me too. Hang on. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Cups, though. Okay, I got you. Okay, this person still spies on you. They still spy on you. Yes, they do. Oh, they're putting on a show for you. Why has that been coming through so much here lately? Why has that been coming through so much? Ah, see, I told you. Told you. Okay. So they're putting on a show for you. See, they're sitting around spying on you. So they're assuming, or at least they're hoping, that you're spying on them too. So they're putting on a show for you. I've been seeing this come through for so many different signs dealing with a past person. I don't know if it's Aquarius season. I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no clue why. But it's bullshit. The little front that they're putting on, if you're even watching, because I can feel some of you sitting there like, Rich, what the fuck you talking about, dude? I ain't watching that fucking loser. That they think you are. They assume that since they're sitting around trying to spy on you, that you're doing the same thing to them. So they're putting on a show for you, but it's bullshit. Yes, they may be letting the tower burn to the ground. They're not taking any action themselves, I don't think, to attempt to extinguish the flames, repaint the walls in the tower, put some bricks back on. But I think that they're trying to get you to come break the silence, especially if you are dealing with an on and off connection. I know there's at least one of you who's done this with this person a couple of times before, and you always came back, didn't you? I know that's not everybody, but I'm talking to the few of you who always ran back to them every single time. So they're sitting there waiting on you. Shit, Libra will be back. Libra always come back. Shit, you know? And okay, Libra's not coming back. What's going on? What's going on? I think, they're kind of starting to realize that it may be time for them to give up hope. It very well may be. I think they're watching you connecting with somebody else too. For those of you who are currently connecting with somebody else, somehow they know about it. If you haven't connected with somebody else, when the next person comes in, they're going to know about it. They're going to know about it somehow, some way. I don't know if maybe you're just public about everything you do, or maybe they know somebody who knows somebody who knows you. I feel like they're trying to keep tabs on you. Definitely. I want to jump straight into the advice on this because it doesn't look like they're taking action. What's the advice? No, scratch that. Let's look at the outcome first, because that doesn't mean you're not going to take any action. Let's see what's the outcome. What's the outcome here? Just a couple of cards just to check. 4 of Cups. Okay, silent treatment. You're ignoring them. Okay, 2 of Cups reversed. Okay, never mind then. Never mind. You are either blatantly ignoring their attempts to get your attention, or for some of you have grown so much since you dealt with this person that you're not even feeding that low frequency shit your attention. Okay. So they're not getting the reaction out of you that they want. And I don't see the two of you reconnecting anytime soon. Okay. Good, Libra. I'm proud of you. Hey, shit, that's hard, man. You know how I always tell you, you'll always hear me say that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Okay. Well, breakups are very much the same. Why is it that we always run back? Especially when we break up from a long-term relationship, because we are out of our comfort zone. But the longer you stay outside of your comfort zone, the more comfortable it starts to become. Then if you stay outside of your comfort zone and away from this person long enough, if you try to reconnect with them again, two of you ain't even a frequency match anymore, you know? What's the advice? What is the advice? The Death card is the advice. Blum, blum, blum. Okay. Well, I mean, that pretty much says it all right there. Do not attempt to breathe life back into this connection. Okay. That was a karmic soulmate. The two of you completed your contract. You know how many people come to me for personal readings? And matter of fact, somebody just said this the other day. I thought this was a soul connection. I'm like, what do you mean you thought? Nobody has ever come into your life and it not been a soul connection. That doesn't even exist. It doesn't work that way. Anytime any person makes their way into your life and plays any kind of role in your life whatsoever, the good, the bad, and the ugly, there is always a soul contract and a soul connection. The question is, what was the point of the soul contract? And did we successfully complete our mission? You and this past person successfully completed your mission together. It would blow your mind if you knew how many times on the other side, before you incarnated, you planned for something to go horribly wrong. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. And it would blow your mind if you knew how much of the bad shit you've gone through in your life was planned ahead of time. Promise you. All right, let's look at singles. Let's do singles. What is happening generally between single Libras and the person who occupies the most space in their mind? The person that lives in your head rent-free. What's happening? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm going to hold off on that. Okay, so this is a real specific storyline that I'm going to say here. So I got to say it, though. It's super specific. Some of you are really into somebody at the workplace, and they know that you're into them, but they're playing dumb and pretending they don't know because they don't want a workplace relationship. Now, I know that was super specific. But with the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, That is a very specific message right there. Very specific. Communication doesn't look the greatest between the two of you. Queen of Wands. Judgment. Oh, and the Tower card? What's going on there? Let me clarify that Tower card. Why is there a Tower moment happening? Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. It's taken too long. Taking too long for things to move forward between the two of you the way you want them to. So you may just be deciding to move on from this person because they're not making a decision. See, there's a connection between the two of you, and both of you know it. I think that may be one of the things that's kind of keeping you holding on to hope is that you know that they know. And I think there's also a mutual interest here, but they're holding back for some reason. It's not telling me why they're holding back and playing dumb, pretending to be oblivious. Let's look at their intentions. Let's see what's going on with this person. What's going on with them? How do they feel about you? How do they feel about this connection? What do they want with you? Oh. Devil. So maybe, and again, this is super specific. Maybe this person is only interested in getting laid, and they know that you won't stand for that. Maybe some of you will stand for that, but I have a feeling that most of the Libras who are here watching this just don't really feel like a meaningless hookup. Looking to actually date for a reason. And you can tend to have a snappy little energy about yourself. You know, you're a very snippy, snappy, don't take no bullshit type of, you know, even if you're very easy to get along with, you still put off that energy that's really, 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 you know, I don't know how to word it, but for some reason, I kind of feel like they know that you wouldn't stand for that. And they probably don't want to deal with the drama that comes along with leading somebody on, blowing smoke up their ass until you get them in the bedroom and you get your little piece of ass. And then you're like, all right, I'm done with you. And that, when you play that game, that comes with fucking drama. That comes with drama. And maybe they don't want to deal with that drama when it comes to you. Again, super specific, but I gotta say it how I see it. Yeah, they're trying to avoid heartbreak. That's what it is. They want to avoid heartbreak. Tower fucking card. See, this person's real codependent, but they're afraid of falling in love at the same time. That's a hell of a mess to be in. Super codependent, super lonely, super needy, but afraid of relationships because they're afraid of getting hurt. And there's this Tower again. Something with Libra and the Tower card. Maybe, like I said, maybe they just recently had something bad happen in their love life and they're still getting over it. So they're not looking for anything serious right now. They just looking for some wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Or if it is a woman that you're dealing with, maybe she's just looking for something casual, nothing serious. Regardless, yeah. This person's waiting on a past person to come back. Yeah, okay. Could be a Leo, by the way. I got Leo, Capricorn, and Aries. Okay. Well, let's see the outcome. What's happening between the two of you? What's happening? What's happening? Lover's card reversed. Okay. So, and there's that Eight of Swords again. So this person is just continuing to ignore this connection. They're continuing to ignore it. So, yeah, I'm kind of feeling like you're about to abandon this altogether because this person's just ignoring this connection, playing dumb. And I don't think it's because they're not interested in you. I think they are. Matter of fact, I would probably even go as far as to say they know that if they allowed themselves to, they could fall so stupid in love with you. And that would give you the ability to completely obliterate them if you wanted to. And they don't want to give you that kind of power. Yep. So I feel like you're coming to the conclusion that you feel like you're wasting your time. So you're about to abandon this altogether. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What's the advice here? What is the advice? Is that a good idea? Should Libra abandon this? Should Libra abandon this or take a different approach? Six of Pentacles reversed. Oh, there it is. Nine of Cups reversed. Be sure you're emotionally independent. Okay. Just be sure you're emotionally independent. And I know that's hard. And those of you who have been following me for a while know that I've been trying to figure out the most efficient way to explain this for 5 years now. And I still kind of struggle with it. But I think the first step to emotional independence is just admitting to yourself, even if I am lonely and I am empty and I do feel really needy, just to admit to myself, no person out there is capable of creating my happiness for me. And they're just not. What a person can do is distract me from my sadness. You know, they can bring me pleasure that makes me forget about my sadness temporarily, but so can a bottle of whiskey. So, and just admitting that to the self, I'm responsible for my own happiness. I'm responsible for my own happiness. You know, that I think is the first step, is just acknowledging that. It's tricky, dude. It's tough. I'm not trying to make it sound like it's this easy thing. We've been so brainwashed into being codependent for so many fucking years that it's really hard. It's tough. I'll be the first to admit it. King of Wands reversed, Queen of Wands upright, Ace of Cups. So at the end of the day, first thing you have to do, and I think I already told you guys this, didn't I? In January, if I remember correctly, this is the same message. First, check yourself. This is a conversation you need to have with you. Is what I have to offer worth my weight in gold? Do I actually have something to offer that is extremely valuable? And just ask yourself that. If the answer is yes, which I have a feeling that most of you are offering something incredibly valuable. Okay, so if the answer is yes, I am offering what everybody says they want. If this person's too stupid to recognize that, would we even make a good team anyway? Because here I am standing right in front of you, offering you the world. And if your mind functions in such a way that you don't even see that, what else would you be too stupid to see? Would we even be able to come together and be a team and accomplish anything together if you can't even see what I have to offer? I think if you slam the door shut on this and show the universe that you're at least emotionally independent enough to respect your own vibration, me clinging to somebody who is too stupid to see my value is disrespecting myself. And when you show the universe that by slamming the door shut on somebody who can't recognize your value, the next person the universe brings in will make you look at this person and laugh. Make you look at this person and laugh. And I'm telling you what, there is no better feeling in the world. I know I say this a lot, but I'm telling you, dude, best feeling in the world. When you walk away from something because you know you deserve better, then when the universe brings you a person that you actually deserve, and then you compare them to the last person that you thought you wanted, and you're like, oh, fuck, thank you, universe. Oh, my, thank you so much for not giving me what I thought I wanted. I thought I wasn't good enough for that? The fuck was wrong with me? Best feeling in the world, dude. I know it sounds kind of arrogant and kind of cocky, but fuck it. Who cares how it sounds? This is about your self appreciation and your self love. It doesn't mean that you think you're better than everybody. It means I know my value. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Nope. Loving yourself does not make you a bad person. No, it does not. No, it does not. You're allowed to love yourself. Yes, you are. And fuck anybody that tries to brainwash you into believing otherwise. Don't listen to nobody that tries to shame you into believing otherwise. Don't listen to anybody that tries to guilt trip you into believing otherwise. No, we don't play that fucking game here on my channel. No. This is all about healing, evolution, and ascension. All right, let's take a look at, let's see. I guess the current person. Let's do current person. These readings aren't cookie cutter for February. I'm just doing what feels right. Let's look at the current person. So if you are not experiencing any issues or problems with your current person, this is not for you. And again, I would argue that if everything is perfectly fine between you and your current person, I don't even know why you're watching me. It's all good, though. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. All right. Uh-oh. Some of you are in a relationship that is financially codependent. Okay. Maybe either A, you're only with somebody because they make money, or B, they're only with you because you make money, or maybe just for whatever reason, if the two of you were to separate, you wouldn't be able to do it, financially, possibly, maybe. Or maybe both of you make $500,000 each. And the only reason that you're in the relationship is because y'all make that million. Something superficial. Something superficial and materialistic is what's holding the two of you together. Two more. Five of Pentacles. You got 1 foot out the door. You got that. But I tell you, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles reversed. I'm thinking for a lot of you, it has something to do with money. But again, it doesn't have to. That can manifest itself in so many different ways. 4 of Pentacles. It's something materialistic. Something. But I feel like, especially those of you dealing with a situation where there is a lot of money involved, again, doesn't have to be, but you're starting to kind of realize there is no amount of money on this planet worth being miserable. And it's not. What's the point of money if I'm fucking miserable? It makes having money no fun. What's the point? Some of you may have had to learn the hard way that money doesn't buy happiness. It's like, it's that unfillable void. And it's to the point to where there's just so much tension here in this connection. So much tension. I think you got one foot out the door. I know there's at least one of you, maybe not all of you, but at least one of you that's getting to the point where you're thinking, you know what? I would rather go live in a fucking log cabin in the woods and shit in a hole in the ground than live in this. And I don't even know what the problem is. It's not even telling me what the problem is. It's not. It's just giving me a general outline of the current energy right now. It's not telling me what went wrong. It's not giving me any details on the inner workings of the energy that created the problem. So let's look at the current person that you're dealing with here. Let's see their energy, their intentions. Let's see what kind of person they are. Let's see how they feel about you. All that good stuff. We shall see, said the blind man. Do they want this to come to an end? Do they want things to work out? Page of coin. Look at all these pentacles coming up, dude. All these daggum dang old pentacles. Okay, the world card reverse. So, they don't feel like the two of you have completed your cycle together, but they're also losing passion. They actually are looking back on the good old days, and they miss the way it was back in the day. They want you all to be, they want the two of you to be able to get back to the way it was when you first met. That's what they're banking on. Again, it's not telling me what went wrong. Maybe this person's just very secretive, doesn't really open up and connect with you, something. But they're thinking back to the good old days back when you first met, and they're hoping that one day they're going to wake up and it's going to go back to the way it was. Yeah, they want happiness. They're upset because they're afraid that it might be coming to an end, and they're just hoping it's going to magically change. They want to work things out. They want things to work out between the two of you. But again, this connection is becoming a burden on them too. So, Knight of Swords reversed, Page of Swords upright. They feel like they have a very hard time communicating with you, but they play it off and they're pretending. See, some of you may think this person doesn't care because they're playing it off and playing like it isn't that big of a deal, but I think it bothers them a lot more than you know. They just don't really seem like they know how to open up and express how they truly feel. Could be a Pisces for some of you. All right, let's see the outcome. Let's see that outcome. What is the outcome? 6 of Wands. That's good. Is this going to take a turn for the best? This might take a turn for the best, though. Yeah, I think y'all are going to work this out. Yeah. I think y'all are eventually going to end up working this out. That's good. Man, I didn't expect that. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting this to be headed straight towards a brick wall, but I don't know if it's coming out of the retrograde season or I don't know, but something is happening that is triggering both of you to grind it to a halt and do a 180 and start heading in the right direction. Looks good. Looks good. Let's look at the advice because, okay, I didn't mean to make that sound like Tinkerbell is going to come sprinkle pixie dust on you and everything's going to magically just be better. Okay, ain't going to work that way. So let's look at the advice. Let's see what we can do to maybe speed this process up. or something. Let's see. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? Eight of Swords. Okay, I see. Okay. All right. So, and again, I think this came through for you guys in January already, but whatever. I could be wrong on that. Okay. So here's what we got to do. First things first, like I say every single time, in order to work on a relationship, you have to work on you. It's the only way to work on a relationship. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, gay, straight. Doesn't matter your race, religion. None of that shit matters. If you're a human, you know, walk around on two legs, think we're the smartest fucking things in the universe. The only way to actually work on a relationship is to work on yourself. So let's start with this. Let's take some of the most common issues that we are experiencing together. And let me take a step back and ask myself, is it the thing that's happening, or is it the way I'm responding to the thing that's happening? What if this thing could happen and I responded differently? What if that thing happening didn't bother me? What if? Now, that's an open-ended question. That's an open-ended question. Maybe, okay, I'll give you an example. Maybe it's like an addiction problem or something that I'm having like if I just ignore your addiction problem, you're going to spiral downhill and something bad's going to end up happening. You're going to die. You're going to maybe kill somebody else or something bad could happen. Okay. Totally understandable. Again, this is why you ask yourself these questions and run through this series of tests. If it's you leaving the fucking towel on the floor every day and me starting a snappy, shitty fucking argument with you over it. Okay, well, maybe that's something that I need to work on the way I respond to that. You know, a towel on the floor. Do I need to start a fucking argument over that? Probably not. Probably not. So it's a towel on the floor. Fuck it. Whatever. These types of things, you know? And again, open-ended questions. Because as you run through this list of questions and you're honest about it, there will be some things that are legitimate problems. And there will be some things that, okay, I need to just back off and quit tripping. See what I'm saying? So let's run through these things. And then when I find something that if I change my response to it, the fight wouldn't happen and the day would just, you know, we would go about our day and there would be no argument. I start working on that. And I start telling myself, I am going to train my brain to react differently to that situation. And it can take a while. It's not a switch that you can flip overnight. Every time you do that little, like let's say we're riding down the road and you turn the radio on and it's fucking country music. And I can't stand that dang along, dang along, dang dong. And it just drives me nuts. And I start an argument with you because you're listening to that stupid shit. Okay, well, from now on, you know what? I'm just going to tune it out and ignore it. And it might give me a headache. And it might give me a migraine, dang along, dang dong. But you know what? I'm going to train myself to just tune it out and ignore it. Tune it out and ignore it. And this is how we start making these little teeny weeny changes. And the funny thing is, and again, this doesn't mean that you're the one in the wrong. So don't take it that way. I'm not coming down on you, judging you like you're the one who's in the wrong and you need to change. Doesn't matter. Regardless of whether or not you're the one in the wrong, once you start doing this, they're going to notice. They're going to notice. And eventually, you know what they're going to do? they're going to follow suit eventually. But we have to be able to say, you know what? You do you. I'm focused on me. It's so easy to get locked in on what they're doing. You know, all we want to focus on is what you're doing and what you're not doing and what you need to do and what you need to change and what you said you was going to do. And you do you. I'm working on me. I'm working on becoming a more evolved version of me. It's all you got to focus on. Okay. And again, it's tough. This is tricky shit. This is tricky shit. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. But once you go through and you get in here and you start getting to work and you put in weeks and months grinding away at your vibration and changing your frequency and changing and doing this inner work, and then you start to see the results. After a year or so, you start noticing, dude, life is so much smoother. You start seeing that you're much happier. Your relationships are so much smoother. The person that you're dealing with, and then it becomes kind of addictive. It becomes kind of addictive once you see the results in life. Pretty fucking cool, man. Pretty fucking cool. This relationship can definitely be saved. It can. Okay. Just be the bigger person and lead by example. All right. Okie dokie. I do feel like those were the messages that my Libra friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.